Shall we begin?
Welcome to the Happy MonsterCast. I'm your host, Scott Marchand Davis of Happy Monster Press.
Let's begin now.
This week on the Happy MonsterCast, the misfits lead a rescue mission for a notorious outlaw. This podcast contains adult language and adult situations. Previously on the Happy MonsterCast, a band of misfits has joined in an effort to break the power of the big boys over the Holler, including preacher Piety Jackson, gouger Karl son of Karl, mountain magician Buck Grayson, bootleg distiller Booker Noe, and itinerant crooner Old Blue. The rascals have been sent to guide Tinsy Greeney Yates to a refuge high in the mountains. But can they stand her long enough to get there? Let us recap. Last time you dealt with a weird situation in Gilmer and prevented a bunch of witches from turning the locals into bears.
Yeah.
And therefore got the witches on your side. And now you've had a message from LMA Hawkins, who's sort of the Mon Mothma of the local resistance. And she has asked you to connect up with and escort the notorious renegade robber Tinsy Greeney Yates, who has recently escaped from Folsom Penal Colony, which is right in the same neck of woods that you are.
Folsom Penal Colony? Huh.
Yep.
Okay.
And is hiding out in the caves of nearby Buzzard Knob.
Okay.
So the good news is you'll be able to drive most of the way there in your jalopy, although that'll get you down to about a quarter tank of gas. The bad news is you're going to have to hike the rest of the way. And then you've got a long covert journey from the penal colony here to the roost in order to avoid the attentions of the local company men.
Okay.
Do we know why, they can't do this? Why us?
We're available?
You're in the neighborhood, for one.
Yeah, but...
For another, LMA said she's not sure if the safe house route is still safe. And basically said, this is not a trip you can likely make alone and have a good chance of getting through. So you're going to be traveling by night. Your first stopover will be at the farm of Shem and Platina Hamrick. The second night, you're going to be up in the western reaches of the Great Craggies, which is a dangerous wilderness. That's one of the reasons why going solo is not a great plan. You might need sentries. And you'll be staying with an offshoot of the Anointed, which may be comfortable for Piety, as that's his folk. She says they have peculiar religious notions, but they hate the big boys, and these ones have never done anybody any harm. And then you're headed up into the Stygians, where you're supposed to stay with the hermit Theron Plinth before climbing Mount Hibernia to the roost, which he describes as a place the big boys have not yet cared to reach. You make your way over towards Buzzard Knob, conceal the car off-road in a thicket, and you follow the directions to the cave where you can find Tinsy Yates. So you enter the cave, and a tiny, grumpy-looking woman says, "About time. Did Jens bring me a hat?" I sent word. Don't send no bunch of reprobate charlatan wretches what ain't got a hat. I ain't Tinsy Yates without a hat. And trust me, you ought to be running to the roost with Tinsy Yates, not whoever I am with a bare noggin. Some people need love. Some people need a nice soft bed to lay down in at night. Some people need to fill up their pockets with scrip. I just need a damn green hat. She spits and glares at you.
Do we have a green hat among us?
You do not.
Shit.
What are you? Murderers? Robbers? Snake oil salesmen? I hope you're in a tough bunch.
Haberdashers. We happen to be haberdashers.
Well, that damn convenient.
Too bad we don't have a Milner among us.
Milliners and haberdashers.
You best not be a chicken. Tinsy Yates don't run with chickens. Tinsy Yates wrings a chicken necks and bites off its head. And whoever
Good
I am
Lord.
without a green hat does a whole lot worse. So she seems to be very disagreeable.
Oh, yeah? Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got that.
She seems to be in her late 20s, which is
Late
pretty impressive
20s,
considering
and she's so grumpy?
that she is
The hell?
something of a legend. She's been in prison a few times. She's robbed the big boys on many occasions. Says, right then, we got some time till nightfall. Who's in for a little poker?
I'm not playing with her.
I'm in. Yeah, I'll play. Happy to spend some time talking with a energetic young woman such as yourself.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Blue, you in?
Yeah. I'm coming.
And Karl says, whatever. Sits down to play. You got the look of a preacher man. You ain't no preacher man, is you?
Who,
I
me?
suddenly find her more
Yes.
approvable.
I say, I am a preacher. I have been a preacher. I am a preacher. I will be a preacher till the day I die.
Oh.
Goddamn preachers always telling us what to do, telling us thou shalt not steal. That's a load of crap. All right, I'm dealing you in, preacher. What you got to stake?
I have. I just happen to have this peasant pumper shotgun.
Well, that's a mighty good stake. What I tell you what, I'll put in. I'll steal whatever you want at a future date.
Oh, okay.
How do you give up a... Yeah.
All right, so she's going to owe a favor.
What about you, oldster? What are you putting in?
I'm not playing. I'm just watching.
No, the other oldster.
Oh.
The one with the fiddle. How about you stake that fiddle in there?
No, don't do it. No.
Good luck with that.
All right, you don't talk much. That's fine. And Karl tosses some brass knuckles into the ring.
Right.
And
by the way, Scott, I can't see anything in the chat. Not sure what's happening with
there isn't
Foundry.
anything in the chat right now. I cleaned it out.
Right, but I'm
performance.
okay.
All right, so I would like
Okay,
you all to make
fine.
gambling rolls.
Gambling.
Can I just do a notice roll?
Okay.
No, you need a gambling roll.
Of course, this is the only
Gambling.
character that I
Not
didn't
playing,
get
man.
like.
All right, this is going to be
Well,
unskilled.
if you're not playing, obviously you don't need to make a gambling roll.
Right. That's why I was thinking just a notice roll because I'm watching.
Yeah, go ahead and
I
make a
want to
notice
see if she
roll.
cheats. Oof.
All right. So let's see how she does here. So she wins the hand, but Booker, you're 90% sure she cheated.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm gonna whisper it to my guys.
Okay, and so when she does that, I say, hold, the Holy Spirit is within me. The Holy Spirit is telling me to sense evil. Sensing evil. Is there evil in this space? Is someone a lying, cheating, horrid person?
Oh my God.
She punches you.
Shit.
I never did like preacher men.
Well,
or rather, so she does manage to. No, she does not quite manage to punch you, but she takes a swing at you.
Man, too bad. I didn't even get to Betty that persuasion roll, unfortunately.
And Karl kind of reaches over and wraps his arms around her.
Yikes.
Oh.
And says, "Don't do that." So she struggles for a bit, but he's got her pretty well wrapped up. And eventually she says, "You know what? I kind of like you."
Oh, boy.
Did I ever tell you about the time that I stole a wagon load of guns right out from Theron Galloway's nose? And she starts regaling Karl with the tale and pointedly ignoring Piety.
This is the worst flirting I have ever seen.
No, I think that's still the Highlander for me.
The sun goes down, and you start making your way out to your first stop, the Hamrick farm. And as you do, mere minutes after you come out, you see flashlights. Who goes there? You and a group of pursuers start chasing you through the woods.
Blind!
Oh,
Cast
man.
blind!
So we are going to be in a chase here. And that was a terrible layout. So let me redo that.
And can I double up with confusion on that?
Oh, heck yeah.
All right.
You let me know when I can cast.
It's going to be, we got to get you set up in the chase here.
All right.
That's way too many cards. So let's get rid of those. All right. So they're going to be pursuing you through the night. So you all are going to start on the Queen of Hearts here. And your fiendish pursuers are just one card back.
Fiendish? My goodness.
Oh, they're probably some sort of company cards.
Yeah.
It seems like there's about 10 of them. And they are coming on hard with flashlights trying to chase you down. So unless you're using light, it is dark out, which means that anything you're doing that potentially affects them, or for that matter, even running around through the forest, will potentially be at a -2 modifier. But that's going to apply to them too if they're not using their flashlights. And if they are using their flashlights, anything you want to do to them does not have that same penalty.
So we can see them, but they can't see us.
Nice.
Not as well anyway, because they are trying to track you down.
Okay.
And it seems like there's about 10 of them. So let the chase begin. Oh my god.
I haven't seen those card
What just
pulls yet because I'm
happened?
still loading the
Hey, there
Foundry.
you
We got 2 jokers in play here.
Oh lordy!
go. Joker.
Holla back! It's Jokers in the Holler tonight.
All right, so Tinsy has recently acquired a peasant pumper.
All right,
Yes,
all right.
You cheated that card game. That's okay. I had 2, so I don't mind losing one.
But she is going to use her deer rifle.
Oh.
And that will hit one of the Kramer Holt agents. And that shakes that agent. And then Piety, you also have a joker, which means you can act whenever you like, including right now or waiting until an opportune moment. She's also going to make, before I forget, she's also going to make an athletics roll to move forward. And she takes off like a rabbit and jumps forward 2 cards here.
Okay. I will. Can I see what the bad guys are all armed with?
Some of them have Tommy Deadman, and some of them are carrying peasant pumpers.
All right. I will cast confusion on the whole bunch of them.
All right, you with a large burst template, you can get most of them, but not all of them. Basically, do you want to get the submachine gun guys or the shotgun guys?
Let's do the submachine gun guys. I think that'll be more effective.
Oh, that goes off with a raise.
lordy, yeah.
There you go.
All right, so confusion all around.
Nice. And I will also do an athletics to move forward.
Okay. So smarts roll at -2 for them. I'm going to do a group roll.
Oh, a -2 smarts. Ooh.
Well, that ain't going to cut it.
Nice.
All right, so
Yikes.
half of them resist and half of them don't. So half of them are distracted and vulnerable. The other half are not.
Okay. Did you see my athletics roll?
I did not. A 3?
A 3.
Was that with the +2 for the Joker?
Oh, no, it was not.
Actually, it was. You're encumbered. You are carrying too much stuff. Would you care to put some of it? Would you care to have left some of it in the car?
I think I did. And actually, if what's her name, Greeney took one of my peasant pumpers, I should only have one.
Yes, that's correct. So that's gone. That leaves you not encumbered now, I think. Okay, so you move forward 1.
Right.
All right, Old Blue, you're up next.
Sorry, I was on mute. So some of them have what, confused status?
Yeah, some of the guys with there's some guys with submachine guns. They're confused. There's some other guys with shotguns. Some of the guys with submachine guns are confused with Tommy Deadman. The guys with peasant pumpers so far are not.
All right. So I'm gonna talk to the ones who are confused, or one of them is confused, and just look at him and go, "Quick, run!" Try to make him think that they should run away.
All right. So give me a persuasion roll then.
I like that.
Nice. It's nice and simple.
Happy with a 6?
Yeah. I'll leave it at a 6. Ah.
They seem to be pretty determined. In fact, some of them are single-minded.
Man.
Well, I'm glad I didn't use a Benny because
Okay,
I'm sure I
so-
would have wasted it anyway.
One of the guys in trench coats yells, "Take them alive, boys!" And so first, they're going to come after you.
Hey, if they're taking us alive, that means we can be nastier to them. All right.
All right, so 3 of them manage to close in. The other 3
Bad guys
do not.
won't take you alive. You can harp on them.
And so those guys...
Because you have nothing to lose.
now are followers, so the confused ones are still further back. These guys, on the other hand, now that they're amongst you, 1 each is going to try to hit 3 of you. Definitely Karl would be 1. And then I'll roll to see who doesn't get hit. Buck, they don't choose to engage at this time.
Yay.
Nice.
So first they're going to whack Booker with a club,
What?
which does not connect. Actually, no, it does connect. Your parry is terrible.
Do I need to soak that?
You do. That's going to shake and wound you.
Okay.
You can hit the
Is
soak
it
macro.
vigor?
Yeah, or you can hit
Oh.
the soak macro. The red face with the tongue sticking out. Mr. Yuck.
The red face with a tongue sticking out.
Bottom left corner.
Ah.
And this would be 1 wound.
Is anybody seeing anything?
There went the Benny, so you should have a roll button now.
Yep.
You're good. You ducked out of the way just in time. Next up, one of them's going to take a swing at Old Blue with their club
Ugh.
and miss. No, sorry,
Nice.
that just hits.
Ugh.
And it just is enough to shake you.
Boo.
And then one of them's going to take a swing at Karl. And completely fail to hit.
Nice.
And Karl is going to exact a horrible revenge shortly. In fact, right now.
That's what I like to hear.
All right.
So Karl, I forgot he lost his brass knuckles. Karl takes a swing back at this guy. Does surprisingly poorly by his standards, and he misses, which I know he would not let stand. That's better. And so that does 11 damage, and he knocks one of the guys out cold. Just lays him out. Okay, Booker.
I'm going to cast blindness.
All right. You can hit either the ones. You can either hit the ones who are amongst you or the ones behind.
Who's got the biggest guns?
Well, they're all pulling out melee weapons at this point, but the guys in the trench coats have the bigger guns, and half of them are, well, slightly less than half of them now are mixing it up with you guys, and the other half are on the card behind.
I'm going to cast blindness on backup.
All right. That will go off. So they are all blind.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, so target them, select you. Blind. Ta-da! All right, so now we have a bunch of company guards who are all blind. That's not going to help them any. So they're trying to do the same thing. They're trying to close in and use their shocker sticks. But unfortunately, they're blind.
I hope they all fall over tree roots.
What? They're following they're following the sound of battle. So they're going to take a swing at each of the four of you.
What? They know how to echolocate? What's up with them?
There's a ruckus. I mean, they're not completely blind. What just happened there? Okay. So, Booker, they completely failed to hit you. Oh, Blue, they completely failed to hit you.
Oh, thank God.
Karl, they completely failed to hit. And Buck.
All right.
They managed to hit, despite being blind, they managed to hit you. So I need you to make a vigor roll from the shock.
A vigor roll, okay.
And you're also going to be shaken.
All right. Let's see what that does. Why is my vigor over there? Okay.
Okay, so the good news is the shock part doesn't really do it for you. The bad news is you're shaken. The good news is it's your turn, so make a spirit roll.
All right. Oh, hey, so I don't have to spend a Benny to try to whatever. Okay, awesome. So you said make a spirit roll? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to spend a Benny there, though.
All right, well, you spend a Benny and you're good. So what we have to do, there's a couple guys trying to beat you down. Oh, yeah, so these guys are on your card now. There's a couple guys trying to beat you down. And there's a few more guys not so far away, about 10 yards back.
I think I want to unload the peasant pumper.
All right, you're in melee right now, so...
Oh, never mind.
You could try to run away first and then shoot.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so give me an athletics roll first.
All right, boom, boom, and boom.
That will not do it.
I'm like stumbling. Okay, in that case, shit. I'm gonna try and clink the guy in the shin with my shovel.
Yeah, you're also encumbered, by the way. Did you leave anything behind in the car?
Let's leave.
The
the
deer
detective
rifle is heavy.
Yeah, deer rifle. Yeah,
deer rifle, I think, would do the trick.
Yeah.
No, not quite. You can't carry very much. You really need to leave the deer rifle and the peasant pumper behind to even then, or the shovel, or the.
Can I leave the detective coats?
You can leave the detective coat.
All right.
Let's see. So that's down. That's down. So yeah, that's good enough. No, it isn't. Okay. Is it? Let me see. 15, 16. Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. Okay, so I couldn't get into a better position. In that case, yeah, I'm going to try and just hit him with the shovel and hope that I can get something.
Okay.
Oh, why is it not doing that?
You're going to hit the blind guy or the guy?
Oh, blind guy.
The submachine gun. Okay, blind guy. You're not encumbered
You're
anymore.
not good sports, man.
Why do you have a -4 trait modifier? Might be that the phobia is in effect, which it shouldn't be. Okay, yeah. So without the phobia,
bizarre.
You hit him. Give me a damage roll.
Okay. Better than I thought.
That is enough, I believe, to shake him. Possibly. No, not quite.
Hmm.
Do you want to have any of the damage?
Yeah, let's. No.
All right.
It's not my night.
So, moving on. Karl's up next. So, since he dropped one of the non-blind guys, this time he's going to try to drop one of the blind ones. With a cold shot to the head. Which surprisingly does not hit. And that's unacceptable for Karl.
Oh my gosh.
That one hits though. And he takes him out. So now there are 3 of the guys with the shock sticks left. Next up are the agents. So first, the guys who are blind are going to try to move forward. And fail. And the 3 guys who are up with you, 2 of them are going to try to take out Karl because they've recognized him as the big threat.
What tipped them off?
Yeah. It's probably the brass knuckles.
That's damage. First one fails to connect, utterly fails to connect. Second one also fails to connect, despite their gang up bonus. And then the last guy see who he's going to turn and try to whack. Keep rolling 4s. I need something other than a 4 here. Wow, that's depressing. Come on, something other than a 4. There we go. The last guy's going to try to hit Booker. So swings a club at Booker, which connects. Only for enough to shake you, though.
Man, you're pissing me off.
A glancing blow. All right, so let's see how these guys do on their blindness situation. Really badly. Okay, so Tinsy turns around. She's going to aim at one of these blind agents in the back with her deer rifle. They're still flailing around with their flashlights, so she's got an easy shot at them. And yet she misses.
What?
What?
Old Blue. But she's going to continue to run, however.
So I gotta unshake first, right?
You do have to unshake first. Doesn't really get anywhere with the running, though. She's too busy shooting.
What button do I have to hit unshake?
You go to the macro buttons down at the bottom. There is an unshake macro, which is the yellow face in between Mr. Yuck and the confused looking one.
Yeah, I tried pressing that and it says an error occurred.
Oh, okay. So in that case, give me a spirit roll.
Gotcha.
You are no longer shaken. What would you like to do? There's a couple of people trying to knock your block off right now.
I'm going to try to persuade him to just play. Please stop doing that.
I'm just an old man.
Did you just say please?
I did.
Nice. Nice persuasion.
All
right. I like that.
Come on. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Okay, so the company agents.
Does it feel bad? They're like, okay.
You remind them of their, I don't know, old uncle.
They're not going to stop and like leave or anything, but they are going to direct their attentions elsewhere first. They're like, that guy looks pretty harmless. We're not gonna mess with him.
That is crazy that worked.
Please stop. I'm
the
going to have to
power
remember
of
that
Bard.
line.
Well, you kind of fall to your knees like, please stop. I'm just an old man. And they're like, all right, we'll deal with you later.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
boy.
Do you want to try to run away? If you want to try to run away, give me an athletics roll.
All right.
Oh, no, that's Ron.
No, sorry.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
you were asking collectively.
Yeah, you're asking me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought you were asking collectively. Apologies.
Give me an athletics roll.
All right. Oh, boy. Come on.
Oh, that's good enough. You get out in front. You're over where Piety is now. Booker,
Later.
you also need done shake.
Ah. Okay, I just...
Yeah, you're definitely not shaken. What would you like to do?
Okay. The guy just hit me.
Yeah, you did.
Should I throw my knife or shocker stick?
Dude,
In melee, you're much better off with a shocker stick.
Let's do it. What's wrong with these people?
Oh, that's going to connect. All right, so give me a damage roll, and I also need him to make a vigor roll. Which he does make. What was the damage roll? 8. However, that's going to shake him.
Yeah, I can't see any of the rolls, so I can't see what I'm rolling, but...
All right, next up are the currently still blind company guards. There's 3 of them left. And they can't really see what they're doing, so they're going to attack the 3 people that they have access to one at a time. One of them shifted his attentions away from Karl, or from Booker to Karl. So against Booker, that's going to hit. They're counter shocker sticking you. Now, the good news is it doesn't do any damage. The bad news is I need you to make a vigor roll at -2.
Let me...
Just made it.
All right.
All right, so then another one takes a swing at Karl with the shocker stick. And completely fails to do anything. And the third one takes a swing at Buck with a shocker stick. And completely fails to do anything. And they're still blind.
Nice.
Buck.
All right. In this case, I'm going to try to shovel the one that is not blind,
Okay,
just to switch it up.
got it.
All right. Mm-hmm. Clink.
That is definitely not going to hit.
How many bennies do I have left? 2. I believe I burned 2.
Hang
so
on,
yeah,
why
I'll
do you
use
have a -2 trait modifier?
phobia, encumbrance.
No, and no. You're not encumbered anymore, and you don't have a phobia, so you should be okay. Do you have you have a trait roll modifier on there?
I'm not seeing anything.
All right, well, let's roll again and see what happens.
Illumination issues.
Oh, that could be it.
Unskilled.
Yeah, but go ahead and if you want to do your Benny, go ahead and Benny it and see what happens.
All right, cool. No.
Definitely not going to hit. Piety, you are not in melee with these guys at the moment.
Okay. So what I am going to do, this is one I haven't really used before. I'm going to cast Deflection,
Okay.
which will give them a -2 on all their attacks, melee and missile.
Yes. And who are you casting it on?
So this guy, there are a couple of them are unshaken and unconfused, right?
Yes.
All right. So
And unshaken
I'm
and,
gonna cast-
not blind. Yeah.
unshaken and not blind. Those are the ones I'm
So
going to cast.
deflection
on.
you cast on a friendly. You don't cast it on them. You cast it on yourself or someone else.
From the recipient of I see. Okay, all right. So I will cast it on. I will cast it on Booker.
Okay. Give me a faith roll, please.
I can just do a deflection, or do you want faith?
Yeah, deflection works.
All right.
That will not do the trick.
I'm going to Benny that.
That will.
All right.
All right. So, Booker,
Mm-hmm.
you now have deflection active. Everyone is at -2 to hit you.
Can I feel it?
You
Or
feel the
am I
warm
gonna-
glow of the
You
warm
feel the
glow
warm-
of the Holy Spirit protecting you as you walk through the valley of the shadow of death.
Oh boy.
And I will
Like-
also do athletics to try to go forward.
Okay. You can go forward 2 cards if you wish.
I do wish.
All right. So, bad news. The bad guys drew a joker.
Seriously.
The first guy takes a swing at Booker and completely misses thanks to the power of deflection. And the other guy takes a
Praise
swing
Jesus!
at Karl and critically fails. So he just tosses his club out into the woods.
Nice.
Nice.
What happened?
The guys in back are going to try to run forward once again. And once again, they will fail despite the Joker because they are blind. And then this might actually be the end of them being blind, though. Yes, they are no longer blind.
Aw.
That lasted a good long time, though.
Yeah, it did.
All right, Piety, you're up.
Okay, so do I have to actively maintain the deflection?
No, it is automatic.
Okay. All right, then I will cast Confusion on these guys who they've just sort of shaken off their blindness and stuff. I'm going to try to make them all confused.
They may not be in range. They are not. You're out of range to cast Confusion on anybody except Tinsy, which I'm assuming you don't want to do.
I don't really cast. I want to do that. Could I cast another deflection onto who's in range of me? Old Blue?
Old Blue or Tinsy?
I will cast on Old Blue. I have no sense of responsibility to protect Kinsey. All right.
Okay, that will work.
Nice. Praise Jesus.
Good.
Feel his
grief.
power. Hiya.
Oh boy.
All right, you got deflection going again. All right, Old Blue.
I'm going to run.
Okay, give me an athletics
Short and
roll.
sweet.
Short and sweet. Just try to run. Not being attacked by anybody.
You get nowhere. All right, the blind company guards are continuing to flail around, so they're gonna do 1 attack each on the people they can reach at this point. First one on Booker. Doesn't even get close.
Nice.
Second one on Karl. Doesn't even get close. Third one on Buck. Manages to connect.
Ow. It's not
Give
my
me
night.
Give me a vigor roll at -2, please.
Vigor roll at -2. Ouchie ouchies. Okay.
And you'll
traits.
also be shaken.
All right. Traits. Shit. Where is my fucking button? Where's my button? There we go. Okay. Oh, I've got one Benny. Can I burn it?
Not on a critical fail.
Okay, that's right. Okay. Ow.
So you're stunned.
Yep. I ain't going nowhere.
Don't tase me, bro. Well, they did.
Exactly. They did.
Ouch.
Fucking pricks.
All right, so Tinty's going to take another shot with her deer rifle here. And once again, she will miss. And Karl
She is not a good shot.
is going to take another punch on one of the trench coat guys. And once again, he's going to miss, which he can't stand missing, so he's going to miss again. Booker.
Yep. So how are we doing?
Well, it looks like there are about 8 of them still standing.
Can I get away with hitting them with havoc?
I'm going to say that you have 2 choices there. You can do a havoc on the people nearby, in which case you can hit 2 of them, or you can drop a havoc bomb in the center of the 3 guys who are 1 card back and hit all of them.
I'd rather do that.
All right, havoc them. That definitely goes off, so they are now all
Nice.
distracted. And give me a 2d6 roll, please.
Did that go? I'm not hearing anything.
I don't see it. I'll roll it.
Sorry.
All right, so they go flying off into the woods
Nice.
and
Cool.
crack into trees,
Stop messing with us already.
and they are all shaken in addition to being distracted. And Buck, you are stunned. So first thing you need to do, let's see, can you unstun right away? I think it's end of your turn when you can unstun. No, start of your turn. Okay, so you can either use the unstun macro or give me a vigor roll. Finally, a decent roll. You are no longer stunned.
Best roll of the
Yay.
night. Okay. That was that. Multi-action penalty. Okay, what is all that? Shaken. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna try using the shock stick because.
Did you unshake?
Oh, I still have to unshake. Okay, vigor.
Yes.
Hold on. Sorry. Too many conditions.
Spirit to unshake.
Spirit. Okay. Okay, let's go. Oh, hey.
You are definitely not shaken.
All right.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to try to hit the guy with a shock stick, actually, hoping that it might be a little more painful and brutal.
Yes. All right.
Zzz.
Good luck.
That hit. That doesn't. Why are you getting a -2 on everything?
I
Doesn't make
don't know.
sense. You don't have the -2 trait roll modifier turned on or anything, do you?
No. The only thing I see turned on is the phobia. And prone.
The phobia is. Maybe
Prone and
that's
smite were turned off.
prone is probably it.
Okay.
So without the prone there, you hit. Give me a damage roll.
Okay. Gear, shock stick. Thank you.
There's a damage button on the chat for it.
There we go.
All right, so you have retaliated by shaking and stunning him.
Nice. Whack.
And that is where we're going to leave it tonight with the grand melee continuing.
All
Nice.
right.
All right. Excellent.
I feel good about this.
Yeah. That was fire.
All right, thanks everybody. We'll see you next week. Savage Worlds is the property of Pinnacle Entertainment Group. All other content is the intellectual property of Happy Monster Press. Music, Ice Cold by Jason Shaw.
Oh, for sure.